He literally saw his friend, the person he traveled with, get attacked by a man with a weapon, and he hides behind a wall.
Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to Viajero. Today's video is a crazy one, all right? It's this couple that's in Colombia, and they get attacked. And the man does nothing, okay? Nothing at all. And there's a few other videos as well too showing you what could happen when you're traveling in Colombia, okay? So there's different perspectives from expats and another dude reacting to this video that we're about to watch. Let's get right into it.
Viral security footage captured on December 6th shows the terrifying moment a woman was forced to fight off a knife-wielding mugger after her much taller male companion chose to step back and hide behind a wall. In a move he's now unfortunately paying for with internet infamy. The pair of American tourists were walking down the street on vacation in Colombia when the armed attacker suddenly approached them, lunging at the woman trying to steal her phone, according to Newsflash. A man passing by on a motorcycle is then
Look at this other dude came in to save her.
Seen doing what her companion failed to do, jumping into action to help the woman. The passerby hopped off his bike and hit the mugger in the head with his helmet. A few other people passing by also jumped in to help fight the mugger off in a dramatic struggle.
Wow, you guys see that? The woman was able to remove the weapon off of him. All right, and then her supposed, I guess her friend, possibly her boyfriend, even husband, just stood there, did nothing. That is crazy. That is crazy. Shameless. Shameful. What else can I say? See, look at these locals, Colombianos. They're there to just like protect her. They're like, pinche cabrón. You know, like if this guy's an asshole. Like, why would he do that? This is crazy.
Only once the thief was subdued is her companion seen managing to.
Damn, look at the dude with the white ball cap. He just came in there, just swung at him, and then her boyfriend or her partner, right, her male companion is just there standing, didn't do nothing. That's crazy. Oh my god. Wow.
To make his way out from behind the wall to comfort the woman. Local authorities reportedly took the suspect into custody for full identification, but ultimately didn't arrest the man because no theft was committed and no complaint exists from the affected persons. This now viral clip has sent shockwaves through the internet, with many criticizing the man's decision not to help his female companion. While the pair has not been publicly identified and their relationship is unknown, many online shamers imagined a romantic relationship, with one Redditor joking, "That's gonna be an awkward vacation," to which another responded, "Yeah, but the video will do nicely in the divorce filing."
Let's be honest, guys. This dude is probably her boyfriend, husband, fiance, whatever, right? That's usually what you do when you travel. They look like they're like in their, late 20s, early 30s. So they're probably in a relationship. And to do that to, for someone that you say that you love, stand behind his look as this guy is, wielding that weapon and attacking her. It's crazy. That is crazy.
Others imagined how hard it would be to move on from the humiliating event, with one musing about a future conversation. "We can laugh about it now, bae. We're okay, am I right? Haha."
Imagine their friends, their family, right? Her friends and family saying, you cannot protect her. Like just get out of here, and the shame that he has internally, like after this. It's too much to bear, right?
Why aren't you laughing? One even compared the incident to the 2014 comedy drama film Force Majeure, in which a man's selfish reaction to a dangerous situation causes cracks in his marriage and relationship with his children. Literally the plot of Force Majeure. Great film. In the film's most pivotal scene, the husband bolts during an avalanche at a ski resort, abandoning his wife and children. The avalanche
That's crazy. Oh my god. That's crazy. I never heard of this movie before, but that is, it's really similar to what happened.
Stops harm.
Imagine if the kids were there. Imagine she was there with kids, right? She's trying to protect them and he just runs away and just looks from afar. That is so, wow. I don't know what else to say.
Harmlessly, but the moment exposes a deep fracture. Instead of protecting his family, he instinctively saved himself. With survival instincts like that, it might just be better to surrender to the snow.
Now this is another video. I believe it's in Ecuador, but it's a neighboring country. But look at what could happen. I think it's Guayaquil, okay guys? So, but look, it's just random. These random attacks. You gotta be careful. You gotta be on your P's and Q's when you're walking on these streets in Latin America, right? This wouldn't happen in Southeast Asia, but in Latin America, you gotta be on your toes. There's so many of them. And you know what's crazy too? Is that in these situations, if you don't give them that phone or that, change or whatever that you have, they won't even think twice to end your life. That's how crazy these people are, eh? They're so desperate. You just let it go. Just let it go. It's not worth it.
Story time for you guys on why, if you try to do things the cheap way here, it's actually more dangerous for you. So I was on a bus on the way back from Watape to Medellin, and somebody was sitting in front of me, somebody was sitting behind me. It was a pretty full bus, and these guys start talking halfway through the trip about how they're gonna rob me and take my cell phone. So they start planning it out. They're even talking to the bus driver about, hey, can we stop at this specific location, blah, blah, blah. Basically so that they could have people pull up on me to steal my phone. I'm listening to this the whole time, and the person next to me is even warning me like, hey, they're like planning something against you. Luckily,
really good to that neighbor sitting next to him. But to be honest with you, he's visibly gringo, right? Blonde hair, blue-eyed dude. So they're thinking that he's not speaking Spanish. But again, he's obviously does speak Spanish because he heard everything that was going on.
I bought my ticket at the station for the buses, which means that I had the plate number of the bus and the driver's name. So ultimately,
and again, it's not to say that if you look like him, you don't speak Spanish. Obviously, the Spanish language comes from Europe, and a lot of people from Argentina, Argentina, Uruguay, they obviously look like him. A lot of them do, and they still speak Spanish. But again, for most people, when they see someone like him, right, who's sitting on the bus, they're gonna just assume that he's from America or from Europe, and he's a gringo that doesn't speak Spanish.
the driver's like, hey, we can't do that because these guys bought their ticket at the station so they can backtrack it to us, but they were persistent. They still wanted to go through with the plan. Wow. So the whole time they're arguing back and forth. They're saying, hey, they're like, one guy wanted to do it, one guy didn't want to do it. He's like, why aren't you doing anything? Here's our chance. We got to steal from this gringo. Like, bro, what? I'm just on the bus trying to get back to the city, and the whole time these guys are arguing about trying to rob me and how one guy really wants to do it, the other guy doesn't. Ultimately, nothing happened, but just goes to show, like, when you try to do things the cheapest way possible and you try to like save every penny, you're actually putting yourself in way more danger than you need to be. So guys, be careful, especially if you don't speak Spanish. Then people could start plotting around you and you don't even know what's happening. So that's my story. Don't do things the cheap way. Get a private driver. Hit me up.
Yeah, I mean, I hear a lot of people that I've met when they're traveling, they want to be super budget travelers. You can do that in certain places around the world, but I don't suggest you do it in places like Colombia or, Central America, like, Nicaragua, El Salvador, places like that. They're getting better, of course, but you are going to be in situations where if you stand out like he does, of course, from the general population, then you're going to be a target. You're going to be a target. Even someone like myself, I don't look visibly Colombian. I don't think so. Or Latin American. But maybe I wouldn't stand out as much as he does because, again, he's visibly Western. So he would be a target. And that it sucks to say, but that's just kind of how people view it.
If you need one.
This is another situation. I think this one's in Colombia. I don't know which part. I think it's in el norte, like in La Costa. But this guy's an artist. He's like a musician. And it's just random. He's having dinner, lunch with his family here, with his baby. And these guys on these motorbikes, they come and they just kind of destroy your whole night. Let's get right to it. This is cantante. Yeah, so she's a singer. She came and just took it. She put something in between her legs. I'm not sure what she did. They seem very calm, right? And I think it happens often out there, so they seem very calm and it's like not a big deal. But, for someone like myself from the West, Canada, the US, we'd be super shocked, like what the hell, but you have to stay calm. What they're doing is correct. You gotta stay calm in these kind of situations. Wow, guys, so, it's crazy. You just have to not make any sudden moves. Just give them your phone, give them your wallet. It's not worth your life. You can make that money back. Now, this video is a guy reacting to the first video that we watched where the guy left his girlfriend to fend for herself from that crazy, weapon-wielding guy. Let's get right to it.
You have the two American tourists and the woman ends up getting robbed by a man with a weapon and the man literally hides behind a wall. This is why women are saying it's embarrassing to have a boyfriend, because what is that man doing? He literally saw his companion. I don't know if they were friends, if they were dating. He literally saw his friend, the person he traveled with, get attacked by a man with a weapon, and he hides behind a wall. Literal strangers went out of their way to help that woman when the man she came with is literally hiding behind a wall. I tell you, I would be so embarrassed to be either of them. I'd be embarrassed to be her because it's like, I look so stupid coming with this man, and I'd be embarrassed to be him because it's like, damn, I'm really all over the internet for being a pussy. Personally, how I feel about it is I don't care if I'm getting beat up by John Cena. I don't care who you are. If we're friends, you better help me. And if you don't, it's up for life. We have.
You know what? It's mutual, right? You would help that person, they would help you. Okay, especially family. Family number one. Your mom, your dad, your brother, sister, cousins, whatever. Obviously, life or death, right? You just jump in no matter what. If it's also your wife, your girlfriend, then of course, absolutely. Okay, people even do it for their coworkers, people that they don't even know that well, like those strangers. Look what they did. They saw a woman in distress getting attacked, and they came in. The guy took his helmet off and he smashed it on him. The other guy with the white, cap, he just came and just like knocked him out. These people do not know her from anywhere, and they still helped her out. Now that's what you should be doing. Again, it all depends on the situation. If the guy has like a huge weapon or whatever that is, of course you got to be extra careful. But in that situation, he could have done something. She did, and she's still alive, right? Anyways, guys, that's it for this video. Leave your comments in the comment box. Share some stories of your own if you had some that are similar to this. But thanks again for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now.